KonoSuba, an anime that has truly been a success from when it started last year, with it growing quite popular and even earning itself a second season. Though, what's so special about it? Yet another anime about an otaku who gets whisked away to a fantastical world? Hello everyone, this is the RPG Monger, and today, with the second season of KonoSuba that just ended, I want to talk about why you should totally watch this show, and how it is different from those of its caliber and likeness. A trend that showed up, well, not really recently anymore, but semi-recently, are all the anime with alternate universe settings, whether it be inside of a game, or just in a fantastical world beyond your wildest dreams. And in actuality, a good while back, I made a video on this exact topic, funnily enough, though today, we're here to talk about KonoSuba, and I will do just that. So first things first, what is the plot of KonoSuba? Well, that's why I'm here. Kazuma Sato is your average high school student recluse, who dies a laughable death, and on his way to the afterlife, a goddess gives him two choices. Either he goes to heaven, or he goes to a real-life fantasy world, just like in a video game. Being the NEET that he is, he obviously chooses the latter, and is tasked with defeating an all-powerful demon king terrorizing the world. Though when the goddess grants him an option to bring anything he desires into the world, he ends up choosing the goddess herself, but then to his dismay, the goddess is absolutely useless. Off the bat, it's clear that this anime does not take itself seriously. In fact, it's more like anything but, with the fantastical world turning out to be just as hard to live in as the world we live in. For someone who has grown tired of the constant anime like SAO that come out, though we do get a few good ones sometimes, this is like a breath of fresh air with comedy that has made me laugh on multiple occasions. With the useless arrogant goddess Aqua, the masochistic Lalatina, the try-hard Megumin, and the neat Kazuma, the protagonists of the show each make fun of specific stereotypes, and make for quite the comedic anime. Though for those of you who have watched the first season and are wondering how the second season is, well, I'm here to tell you. Sometimes with comedy anime, and anime in general, we can get a second season that just does not live up to its predecessor, plain and simple. Though the second season of KonoSuba is not one of those anime. Like the first season, it continues the fantastic shenanigans that it is so well known for, all the while adding new characters into the mix. The stereotype for sequels and second seasons are usually for them to be worse than their predecessor, though I'm not gonna lie. The second season of KonoSuba was actually funnier than the first, and in my opinion, flowed way smoother. Like, those last few episodes before the end made me laugh harder than I have in a long time with anime. Like, just for some context, I'd say my favorite moment from the second season, and honestly KonoSuba as a whole, was when Kazuma and friends went to a hot spring. And you know, have the usual hot spring episode that we know all too well. Though then, to their dismay, the inhabitants of the town ended up being radical followers of the goddess Aqua, which just happened to be the goddess Kazuma has been traveling with this entire time, and with every step they take, one of the residents are trying to convert them to their religion, and I swear, some of those scenes killed me with laughter. Like, there's this one with a little girl who Kazuma helped, and she wants to have him write his name down. Then, when she gives him a paper, it's just a form to join the church. Like, I swear, those few episodes took this anime from an 8 to a perfect 10. Like, it's some quality shit. Also, I don't know about you, but when I watched the second season, it felt like there was a lot more polish to the anime as a whole, and the characters were, in my opinion, made 10 times more interesting. Like, in the second season, they provided quite a bit of backstory for some of our favorite characters, and instead of making it boring and long, they managed to make it comedic, like with Megumin's friend Yunyun, who showed how Megumin was always a horrible friend to her, creating the running gag of Yunyun trying desperately to get Megumin's attention and to become her friend, only that in reality, that won't ever happen. Oh, and then there's the whole deal with Lalatina and her family, though I'll leave that up to you guys to enjoy. Believe me, it's quite the time. Though, to wrap things up, among everything else, you should definitely catch up to KonoSuba just to have a good laugh, because at the end of the day, what more could you ask for? If you're new and you enjoyed this little video of mine, do subscribe, and today's cool thing of the day is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Now, I am not gonna lie, I did not expect this show to turn out as good as it did. Like, I swear, this has gotta be one of the most enjoyable and pleasant watches that this season has to offer, and you've gotta check it out. Though that being said, I'm the RPG Monger, and don't forget that each and every one of you are fantastic.